Hello and welcome to the Lone Star Conference Hoops Week 2023 and the online presentation for Basketball Media Days. On behalf of the Lone Star Conference, I am Nia Stewart. Thanks for joining us today. Today we are joined by UAFS head women's basketball coach Ryan McAdams and junior guard Riley Hayes. Year 3, Coach, what are the expectations for the season?
Year 3 always kind of lends itself to being more stable through the transition of the program, and we're excited about the group we have. We have high expectations for ourselves. We have a lot of winners in our program that we were able to bring in and retain from last year, and so there's a winning culture here that we're really trying to emphasize and bring in athletes that want to win and know what it takes to win. And so my expectations fall in line with that of just being the best versions of ourselves every day and driving toward the goal for the group.
Another large recruiting class. Who are some kids to keep an eye on this season?
We brought in 8 this year, which is one less than a year ago. It's been a couple busy springs and summers, but we're thrilled with the group we have. With there being so many of them, nobody's really standing out yet at this point. We're early in the season, but we signed 2 point guards, a freshman post player, a number of wings and forwards. So we're just excited about our new kids and how much they have to bring to us, in their own unique ways. We have a national champion who, on our team. We have just people from different programs, different levels, and so they're all kind of fitting together and finding their way right now as we develop roles and getting excited for the season.
Riley, we were one of the top shooting teams in the league last year. What contributed to that success, and how can we further with that success this year?
So I think it comes down to how much we're getting in the gym. So Coach assigns us all to make a certain number of shots. So this year, 9,000 shots all in the preseason. And so I think that has a lot to do with it. And then also just creating open shots for people, like our driving kicks, and just getting our shooters open when they need to be.
Coach, you brought Dustin Green on the staff this year to join current assistant coach Toy Gober. He has numerous connections in the area. Talk a little about your staff this season.
Dustin's a great addition to our staff. He's well connected in the Fort Smith community. He was born and raised here. What he also brings is his experience. He coached at this school on both the men and the women's side. The last time our program went to the national tournament, he was on staff. So we've already leaned into his experience in that way with the group. And Coach Gober's really done a great job through year 1. She's created tremendous relationships with our athletes along the way, and she's a huge asset to our program in recruiting, and also just, they both really, contribute to the on-the-floor process and the development of our athletes and the strategy. And so thrilled with my staff, really excited about what we have moving forward.
Turnover margin was an issue for your team last year, so you put an emphasis on recruiting the point guard position. What are things we're working on to improve?
With Truth Taylor graduating, and some other folks that kind of stepped into that role last year, not being back, we had a real emphasis in the spring on trying to bring in a couple of true point guards, and we brought in Zaniah Thomas from Northwest Florida State College. We brought in Maya Reed from Walters State. We have a couple others that can slide over if need be. So that was a significant emphasis for us in this recruiting class. That helps the offensive side of the margin. We also, have some room to grow on the defensive side of the ball, and so we've really put a huge emphasis on the defensive side of the ball this preseason, along with the shots that Riley mentioned, and helping with the individual development and confidence of putting the ball in the basket. We need to force more turnovers. We need to get up into people more and force them to play at a pace that we want to play at. And so those are the 2 areas, in my opinion, that really impact the turnover margin, and that's definitely an area of improvement for us and one of the emphases that we're making this year.
Going back to when you were talking about finding your shooters, how do you feel these point guards so far have, just built into the program, getting the ball where it needs to be and just playing their role?
So like he said, I think it's good. Like, we've brought in some true point guards, like this is their position. I think they all kind of offer different things. But the way they've driven the ball, they can also all create their own shot. And then when that help slides over, they do a good job finding their shooters on the backside. So I think this year will be good because, like, we have a variety. So they can score, they can pass, they can do whatever's needed.
And as one of 6 returners and now an upperclassman, how has your role changed?
I think this being my 3rd year here, I know Coach, I know the system, I know how things kind of work and run around here. So being able to kind of lead the team on the court and kind of show them, like, these are the expectations we have, this is how the system works, and just being a leader on the court, I think that's going to really help this year.
Okay. For both of you, what are you looking forward to most this season?
I'm looking forward to this year, just a new team, new year, just seeing how we do, and then just leaving our mark on the conference as a team, a program, and a university.
Yeah, I think it's always fun watching a team gel and come together. I think, 8 new faces, 6 returners, a new student assistant. We have just a group that we are really watching the chemistry build and them grow together. And that's always exciting from the coaching perspective, really just watching the relationships build. And then, we have high expectations, year 3 of my tenure here, and hoping to continue to make progress and grow as a program and as a coach. Those are the things that I get excited about every year, just watching everybody come together and watching how roles develop and how, your goal as a coach, right, is for your athletes to exceed their own expectations of themselves, and that usually takes place, and so those are the exciting parts.
Talk about your lone senior, Caleb Brundage, who led the team in rebounding last year.
Yeah, KB's been a great, position player for us. We've needed her size and her athleticism at the post, since she's been here. She's continuing to improve, which I think is really an important thing, for seniors in particular. There's that feeling of wanting to go out with a bang and wanting to really finish your career on a high note, but there's a lot of work that goes into that, and it's hard to kind of navigate that, not wanting to cruise, and have some of that senioritis in the athletic form. So she's been put in a lot of work in the off season. We're excited about what kind of season is in front of her. She's been a great contributor for our program on and off the floor, and so we're thankful to have her in the program for one more year, and expecting big things out of her this year.
All right, what are your thoughts on the last year in the Lone Star Conference? Anything you want to add?
I'll speak for Riley and everybody else. We're ready for the bus trips to get shorter. These 12-hour, 9-hour bus rides are a different beast. And I also think that is the exciting part for the university as a whole, is that heading into a new conference that is geographically closer proximity to our campus, that allows us to have more fans travel and create a presence on the road and create rivalries again and those sorts of things. As far as outgoing in the current conference, the Lone Star Conference is, it's run just so well. It's a very high class, high level competition conference. It's something we've been thankful to be a member of to this point, and you always want to go out the best way you can. You want to challenge and contend and compete with the people that you're lined up against, and there are no slouches in our league. Every night is a big game, and the level of competition won't change from one conference to the next for us. But yeah, you want to try to put your stamp on it in your last season and go out the way you want to, and so that not that we need added motivation, but if we do, that provides some of that.
All right, thank you for joining us, Coach McAdams and Riley, and good luck on this season.
Thank you.